Yes, you see that correctly. The Ravens ate him.
Snake, it's me.
Master.
It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi? Colonel, is Naomi there? No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah, go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out.
And?
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists? I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound. So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Different group? It couldn't be.
Remember that.
Crews are under arrest.
Remember
What?
that.
She's betrayed us. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
One of their spies.
Nothing.
Have you let her in on some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission. I knew it. You're hiding something. Give me some time. I'll try to get it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got to figure out who she is and what she's doing here.
I understand. Snake, give me some time. I don't have any time left for you.
Thankfully the mines are gone. Yep, there's his gun. Yeah, because during the fight, like as his health goes down, he starts to shoot some of the things down to block the path to make it harder. But I always figure you just box yourself in. To me, that's always been the easiest way to do this fight. Box yourself in, and you'll survive. You just know if you box yourself in, you can only go one of two ways. You had better make sure that you are clearly close to one of the ways out. Anyway, look at this. Isn't this crazy? Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, you little hose game. Look at that. Look at all those cameras. I actually forgot about that. I would have died. You guys would have laughed. And I would have been mad. I would have laughed too. But I still would have been mad. Are you guys excited? Are you ready? I hope you are. Because I am. I'll never forget the first time I saw this. Teeny weeny. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That is Metal Gear Rex.
It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready. How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, nobody patrolling. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys, and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course, but there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
I'll never forget running down that hallway. The first time I saw Metal Gear, I was in awe. Because just, you know, that feeling. And when I say that feeling of, oh my god, that thing is massive. I'm gonna have to fight that thing, aren't I? That feeling. I thought that was really, really cool. It's very intimidating to look at too. Which is cool. Like, I don't mind it. I just like the fact that you had to wait the whole game to get to see it. Don't know if you guys noticed, but they're giving me a lot of chaff grenades now. Like, a lot. And as you can see, we're walking all around Metal Gear right now.
Snake, it's me again.
How's it
I'm gonna
going?
hop off camera for a second, so I'll eat this
Not bad.
banana.
I just
Don't wanna
got
make it
past
awkward.
the 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay, keep trying.
Snake, stop that launch. Head for the control room in the underground base. The control room is on the 3rd floor of the underground base, isn't it? There's no time.
Unprepared. There is one annoying thing about this area, though. There are actually enemies over here, and because of the jamming, it's difficult to see them, and it's so annoying. Easily the most annoying part of this area of the game. It's just unnecessarily silly. And that's where I'm headed to. So if I could line up a shot, I could kill him. Problem is, if I use any gun that's loud, that will not work. Because using any loud gun will trigger the alert. I said, this area of the game is annoying. And as you can imagine, probably won't be here for a little bit. Just a smidge. Oh god, Snake, please.
Snake, I did it!
You got past security?
Bingo!
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
I haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. just as I thought. The nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system, it would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
Yeah, we learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
Silence.
I'm listening. If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international incident.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean they ran a computer model?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? Do you still have it?
No, Ocelot took it from me.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
Snake, I'm sure that woman calling herself Naomi is some type of spy. And now I'm starting to think that Campbell might be hiding something too. Don't trust him.
That's clearly obvious.
How about it? Did you find the override system file?
Not yet. I need a little more time. Well, I found lots of information about that new nuclear weapon. There are 4 stages involved in launching a ballistic missile. The first one is the boost stage. It starts at the point the missile is launched and ends after all the rocket fuel is burned and the missile is propelled into the exosphere. The next stage is the post-boost stage. It starts after all the fuel is burned and ends after the re-entry vehicle is ejected. Next is the intermediate course stage. It takes place after the re-entry vehicle is ejected and lasts until the missile enters the exosphere. Then comes the final stage. It starts when the re-entry vehicle enters the exosphere, and it lasts until it reaches its ultimate target on the ground. Missile defense systems use military satellites to detect rocket emissions during the initial boost stage of a missile. But this new nuclear weapon employs the railgun's ability to fire projectiles at ultra-high velocities instead of using a rocket. That's why it can't be detected by today's missile defense systems. And on top of that, the re-entry vehicle also uses stealth technology. It's so accurate that its 50% zone comes close to 50 meters. That's as good as the best ICBM.
A highly accurate, undetectable, uninterceptable nuclear weapon. We wouldn't even be able to tell where it came from.
And that's not all. A standard ballistic missile uses a 2-stage or a 3-stage solid fuel rocket for its propulsion system. Besides costing lots of money, safely maintaining the solid rocket fuel and readying the missile for launch requires a lot of work. But a railgun-launched nuclear warhead avoids all of those problems. And it's cheap, too.
It's the perfect nuke. A general's dream.
And the world's nightmare.
Isn't it crazy how he worked on this device, this thing, and never thought about anything like this while you were working on this for years, you know? It's kind of crazy. Hey, can you see that? There's people walking around in there. See, there's two people standing in there. Alright, jump scare is probably gonna happen. I gotta try to line up a kill with this soldier. He's really far away. I hate this so much. What did I do with the suppressor? Like, why did I not come across it? I did come across it, I'm just an idiot. So I've had the suppressor the whole time. I didn't think I did. I would have played through this game differently. You know what this is a sign of? This is what happens when you don't play games. When you constantly don't finish stuff because you forget what you were doing.
Snake,
Did you find it?
no. I haven't found out about the override system yet. But I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
That's part of it. Armstech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
How he gives you all this information is like, yeah, but yeah, that's nice, but can you give me the override so we can stop this thing? I don't know if you guys can realize who that is. Obviously, I know. Is there a camera here? I can't remember. Alright. Fun. Let's talk. Pay very close attention.
I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
Very close
There's still
attention.
no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No, there's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Liquid.
But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the President will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the President's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India. I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the President will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion? That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Armstech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood. Or maybe it's just because this Fox dye was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? Golukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we join forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the genome soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Golukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours!
What about your promise to Colonel Golukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Big Boss's dream.
But boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden. If the code is entered again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Armstech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top-secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see the override system that the President was talking about? It can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated.
Thank you.
And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
But it takes 3 keys, right? I've only got 1 of them.
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes. It's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in 1. Clever.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. Input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First, I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
Who's that?
Damn! The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Snake, this is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
Oh, let's run. Because clearly I just didn't go anywhere. I just disappeared into nothingness. I love video games. You gotta love tech, man. I remember today I had a guard here now because of this. This is definitely one of the annoying parts of the game, though. This is something I believe that can greatly screw up a speedrun. This is something that would screw up a speedrun, is trying to find this. So, a couple of things can happen. You don't see the red dot? There is your key. So it can either have fallen, it's random, it could fall somewhere easy, or it could be eaten by a rat. And if it's eaten by a rat, you have to kill the rat. You'd be able to tell it's a rat because it would be moving. Also, the water is poisonous. Oh, I got the bomb. This is gonna be annoying as hell. Man, this is the one thing I didn't want to have happen. I was hoping it would just fall somewhere. There we go, got it.
You got the card key. Good. Now get back to the control room and use that key to re-input the PAL codes. Stop that launch.
Alright, first thing first, room temp. Getting close to the end. I don't say close to the end, but I mean, I don't know how long it will take me to finish this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go room temp, then it's cold. So basically I'm going back to where I fought Vulcan Raven to freeze the key. Or to, you know, to drop the temperature. Then I have to go back to the blast furnace to do it with fire. Or heat, sorry. To heat it. I mean, technically I could just blast in the key and kill the hell out of the guard. Like, when I say kill the hell out of the guard, I mean, like, kill the hell out of this guard. It's freaking hilarious. Make sure I'm center. Thank you very much. Yes, I know I'm a great shooter. What can I say? I would take a bow, but again, shaft grenades are pretty important. Oh, of course, never. I would never do that. I only say factual things.
That takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2. Freeze the key.
Only thing that sucks about this area of the game is that you are constantly going back and forth. It is so annoying. A lot of backtracking. Don't get me wrong, and I'm gonna do it. Uh-oh. Everyone's favorite way to add link to the game, backtracking and fetch missions. Like, so yeah, I gotta freeze it and then have to heat it. The freezing shouldn't be too bad. So to make sure, because I'm pretty sure there's a point where we get another another guard. I just don't remember where. Yeah, we'll definitely finish this game on the night stream. Because I'm gonna do I'll probably stream in the morning, play non-basketball, or maybe I will play basketball with the Magic, no Lakers stuff. Oh. I think I'm just gonna be spamming the hell out of these now. Great security system. No one is getting in. It will be gunned down from every wall. Alright, so PAL key. You can see it's yellow right now. I will just keep it equipped. And we'll wait. Take a little bit. Personally, if you're asking me, I would much rather it be going back to the blast furnace first, so that's the farthest I have to go first, instead of having to do the farthest last. I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter. I don't want to do it, but I don't have a choice. Because I shouldn't have to go all the way out to the snowfield, so I'm just waiting. There we go. And the amount of time it takes for it to change is the amount of time you have to stay in one state for it to change back. Thus, don't screw up. Run all the way back. And it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for that one stupid guard. Like, if I didn't have to worry about him, I wouldn't care as much about this section. But him, he's just annoying. He's in the perfect spot just to be a pain in the butt. Just have to remember, going back to the blast furnace, that I have to make sure that I don't have to make sure for the blast furnace that I do not, under any circumstances, well, it doesn't matter.
What was that noise?
Yeah, come back. Gonna run away because I don't want it, because I can't see. You can't aim in this view mode. It's a huge difference from Metal Gear Solid 2. That's obviously, it changes some of the dynamics of the fighting because of that. Coming back, bro. I mean, at least they keep giving me bullets, but like I said, I just rather not. Yeah. Alright, number 2. Great security too, by the way. Like how I guess they figured if all you have is like 1,000,000,000 security guns,
Next comes
you don't have to have security in here, you know, just one guard will be able to handle all of that. Right? Fantastic security.
Now you've got to warm it. You need to find someplace hot.
Now you've got to warm the key up. Find someplace hot.
I wonder if they directly tell you. I know it's the blast furnace, but I wonder if they tell you.
Somewhere warm? What about the blast furnace? But the problem is, if you go through a cold place on the way back, the card key might change shape. You need to hurry on the way back. That key is actually an IC card. Its connector pins and main body are made of a shape memory alloy. It's designed so that unless it's been changed to the correct shape, it won't be recognized by the PAL code input terminal in the control room, and the detonation code won't be entered.
That's what I get for talking about having good aim. I keep thinking I'm supposed to go there, but I'm not. Alright. So the blast furnace, you can see it's still cold, so I don't know what the exact... go up the ladder, Snake. I don't know what the exact amount of time is for it, but it is a pretty generous window. And I believe if you heat or freeze it and somehow died, when it reloads, if you're in that place, they can put you like kind of right by that place, so you'll be fine. Alright, get my grenades out. So I have them handy. Oh, man. Only 3 fights left in the game. Okay. I'm burning through these grenades right now. I know I'll get some more. I think I only need 3. Technically, I can go over, down, there, and get some more. Like, I can follow that path to the right and go down. I just don't want to. But I do need to be careful here, because there is a camera and there are claymores. And, oh, there's guards here now. Ooh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I was about to get spotted right away, so I was just going to start running. Oh. I feel like there's something bad here. I just don't remember what. It's 2 more points of interest
Now you've
before the
got
rest
to
of the
warm the
stream.
key
Oh,
up.
shut up.
Find someplace hot.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox Dye. Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, I mean, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah?
Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
Nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay, I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox Dye vaccine must be around somewhere.
Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about.
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Alright. I thought it was so cool because they set the stage at the beginning of the game that you're going to fight all these guys, right? And then you don't even fight Decoy Octopus, he just died. I honestly thought that was really cool, because I was not expecting that. Like, hold on a second. There's a boss, and I'm not gonna fight him? Let me put on this before I screw around and die. Alright, so the blast furnace. There is a guard that I have to kill. Or can I just go right over there to the steam area and just sit there? Nothing matters right now anyway. Ooh! That made me jump because I didn't think it was going to hit me. See, now rations don't even fill up my bar all the way, which is fine. Just sit here for a little bit. So Naomi's got some shady stuff going on. We've got Fox Die going on. We got Decoy Octopus parading as the DARPA chief. For what reason? Genome soldiers with Fox Die. I don't know if anyone caught the Genome soldiers and Fox Die, and I don't know if anyone caught that they were having the conversation, Ocelot and Liquid, knowing that Snake was there. They were watching him. They knew he was there, and they continued their conversation. I admittedly did not notice that when I played in the beginning because my attention was elsewhere, as you could probably imagine. It wasn't high on my priority list. Alright, now I gotta hurry back. Yeah. Alright.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes. But not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification. But my reason for getting into genetics was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
Gray
He
Fox.
was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes, Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my past.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who is he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Smart ass.
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? Want to
Controller.
use Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox, no. Naomi, tell me something.
About Fox Die? Fox Die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people.
Super cool.
First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox Die contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi,
That's a rough way to go.
What?
you must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Fox Die.
Huh? You weren't?
No. You were injected with Fox Die as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that.
Hmm.
No, that's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
Snake!
Naomi!
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox Die was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
Who can you trust? Alright, we gotta make it through this area very fast. Because this is what will screw you up. Stay in here too long, you will be disappointed. Okay. Thankfully, this is the last of the backtracking. It is full speed ahead. It is 2:43 in the morning. Notice that there's a random ration there now. The game's trying to tell you. Get ready. Truthfully, at 2:43, I could probably finish this game in an hour. The question is, do I want to stay up till 4 in the morning? I could finish this game. The answer really is no, but I could. Then the question is, what do I play? Also, I guess I do the graphic novel. Wait, I need that. I just saw that. Definitely gonna need them grenades. Don't have time for any of this. Alright. Pow. Pow.
PAL code number 3 confirmed. PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated.
No, why?
Ready for launch.
Uh-oh.
I deactivated it.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed.
Nothing can stop
Nothing
Metal
can stop
Gear
Metal
now.
Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us, too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when we decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
First, I thought we might get the information from you, Snake, so I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. Unfortunately, Octopus didn't survive the encounter, thanks to Fox Die.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning? Just to get me to input the detonation code?
Huh? You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die vaccine. To me, their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Ah, poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Liquid.
Liquid.
How the... You've served your purpose. You
You may die now. I thought that was so cool. I said not.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
Snake, Emmerich will be able to open the door. Just trust him and hang on.
No response. That's hilarious.
All you can do is wait for Dr. Emmerich to open the door. Stay alive, Snake.
And nothing I can do. Just waiting.
I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Snake, are you okay?
I'll look like it.
Don't die, Snake.
Liquid! Snake! Did you like my sunglasses? You'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. And you performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed for you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and decoy Octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged, along with the bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox dye.
Fox die? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Dye's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder... Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Dye's program. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy Octopus were killed by Fox Dye, but Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all the old man's dominant genes. I got the flawed recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
I was the favorite, huh?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Love? It's hate! He always told me I was inferior, and now I'll have my revenge! You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands! You stole my chance for revenge! Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him! I will destroy him!
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you! Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes! Yeah! Snake! Your blood will be the first to be spilled by this glorious new weapon! Consider it an honor, a gift from your brother! Now I'll show you the power of the weapon that will lead us in the 21st century!
It's moving. How do I stop it?
It's not hiding.